Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Vishnupat Paramahansa Parivajagasatar Sata Shishima Chigaku Siddhasurupananda Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jayam Vishnupat Paramahansa Parivajagasatar Sata Shishima His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Gauda Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhattacharya Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur's World Mission Ki Jai. Navadvita Dhamma Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai. Shrimad Bhagavad-Gita Ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Gaura Premanandi, Hare Hare Bol. Haribol. Namaste. Hare Krishna. So I'm just going to recite the Mangala-charana, the auspicious prayers found at the beginning of Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavad-Gita as it is, that offers respects to the spiritual master, to the Srila Rupa Goswami, as we are followers of Srila Rupa Goswami, known as Rupa Nugas, and to the six Goswamis, to Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, the Panchatattva, to Radha and Krishna, and the Gopi friends, Vishaka and Lalita, to Krishna, to Radharani, and to all the Vaishnavas. Vandeha Amagina Timirandasya Ganagana Salakaya Chaksurun Militanyena Tajmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stathpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Darati Swaparantekam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajavam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagapate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanshakapa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanan Pavenbhyo Vaishnavbhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddhaswarupananda Paramahansa Niti Namine Namo Siddhaswarupananda Paramahansa Namine Gora Karuna Swarupaya Radha Krishna Prastayate. Before speaking on Bhagavad-Gita, first I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Jagatguru Siddhasarupananda Paramahansa Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada is the mercy manifestation of Lord Chaitanya, Gora Karuna Swarupaya, and very dear to Radha and Krishna, Radha Krishna Prastayate. And namaste, I offer my respects to all of you. Thank you very much for coming to the program and listening to my efforts to speak upon Bhagavad-Gita and to glorify this Dhamyam Sambhada, this sacred conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. So, the last couple of weeks we've been discussing chapter 2, text 7, where Arjuna said, "Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Sishyaste aham sharimam tam prapanam." Now I am a soul, I am surrendered unto you. I'm a sishya, a disciple. Please instruct me. So, as we've discussed, Arjuna was, in a conundrum. Doesn't know what to do. He's caught between a rock and a hard place, as the saying goes. He has his duty to his brother and his family members and to his armies, to everyone involved on his side. He owes them a duty and he has a responsibility to fulfill. So he knows he has to do it. Basically, he has no option. He has to do it. But at the same time, he's come up, once Krishna took him into the middle of the battlefield and he saw all the personalities assembled there, he had second thoughts. And that's putting it mildly. These weren't really second thoughts. These were like, oh my God, I don't want to do it. So he's looking at his grandfather, his military teacher, his cousin brothers, and different grades of relatives, friends, and so on the other side, and also on his own side. And he begins to, basically he can't go on. Like his limbs start shaking, his mouth dries up, his skin starts burning, his hair starts standing on end. He drops his Gandiva bow, and basically he then starts explaining to Krishna why he can't do it. He's feeling compassion for all these people who are going to die. He's worried about his future sense enjoyment, whether he's going to get to go to the heavenly planets. He's worried that he's going to engage in sinful activities and he's going to go to hell, so he's going to suffer for these activities. It's going to be bad for families and society. There'll be a whole lot of widows. There'll be a whole lot of vana sankara, or unwanted children. And essentially, as Srila Prabhupada has said, society will go to hell in a handbasket. And then ultimately, then he just becomes confused. He just doesn't know what to do. So in this chapter 2, text 7, he says, kapanya dosa. So he's kapanya, this is miserly, and dosha is weakness. So he's recognizing he's got miserly weakness. And I explained at length last week about why it's miserly. I won't go into that again. And he's asking Krishna to tell him what is Shreyas, what is auspicious, the highest good, what's the best thing for Arjuna to do. And he's asking him to tell him it confidently, nishitam, tell me confidently, what is the best thing for me to do. Then I am a soul surrendered unto you, I am your disciple, a sishya, please instruct me. So of course now at this point then we would expect, now that Arjuna has said, oh, I am your disciple, please instruct me, now we would naturally expect, Krishna to start instructing Arjuna. But actually, Krishna doesn't start instructing Arjuna. So at this point, Arjuna has approached, but Krishna has not yet accepted him as a disciple. There's been this friendly relationship, and their relatives and brothers-in-law. Arjuna is married to Krishna's sister, Subhadra, and they are related through Krishna's father's sister is Queen Kunti, and so they're cousins, and of course they're very good friends. And in the 11th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, sorry, getting confused here. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna reveals his universal form, his vara rupam, and and there's, it's a horrifying experience for Arjuna. It's like there's, like he's asked to see Krishna's universal form. Please display that wonderful form of yours. I really wish to see it. So I guess you've got to be careful what you wish for. So he sees it, and at first it's just wondrous. And then it becomes like he then begins to see all the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra going into the mouth of Krishna's universal form. And he sees people like Kana and Bhishma Dev being chewed up in the teeth of the universal form. So at that point Arjuna goes, oh, obeisances from the front, obeisances from the side, obeisances from the back, And then he begins to lament that previously that he'd had joking words with Krishna. He'd been like sarcastic with Krishna. And, lay on the same bed with you and dealt with you in a very sort of familiar way. So, and this relationship like this is how the beginning of Bhagavad-Gita is. In fact, the relationship is actually the opposite of spiritual master and disciple. Spiritual master, guru, is looked up to and worshipped and respected by the disciple. But in the beginning of Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna is actually serving Arjuna. Of course, Krishna loves to serve his devotees. Right? He's feeling very indebted to his devotees for their love. And he's very much inclined to satisfy them. Bhakta Vatsala. Krishna likes to satisfy and serve his devotees. But Arjuna is like telling Krishna, Krishna, please take the chariot into the middle of the battlefield. I wish to see everyone who's assembled here on the battlefield who wish to fight. And, Krishna goes, yes, sir, takes him out into the middle of the battlefield. So the relationship is actually kind of the opposite and of spiritual master and disciple. And so anyway, Arjuna's given his different reasons why he doesn't want to fight. He's then approached Krishna saying, okay, now I'm your disciple. I don't know what to do. I'm in a conundrum. I'm overcome by miserly weakness. Please tell me what's best for me. And so now we'd be expecting Krishna to start instructing Arjuna, but actually Krishna doesn't. the relationship between spiritual master and disciple goes two ways. It's not just that, the disciple, I want to accept you as my spiritual master, please accept me. No, the spiritual master has to study the disciple and determine whether they're serious. And so, of course, with our beloved spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, many, perhaps some of you on this, listening to this class tonight, will be aware that becoming Prabhupada's disciple is no light matter. It's definitely an issue of him accepting you. I first met Srila Prabhupada in 1978. I was in New Zealand, and I'd been living on an ashram, Tusa Krishna Swami's ashram in Muriwai in New Zealand. It's called the Hare Krishna Marae. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada had left this world in November 1977. And Tusta, being such a wonderful lover of Srila Prabhupada, he very quickly invited Srila Prabhupada to come down and visit New Zealand. And so this was a wonderful opportunity. So anyway, I first met Srila Prabhupada when he came in January 1978. And but anyway, it wasn't until many years later, 1985, that Prabhupada accepted me as his disciple. And of course, for some, maybe decades, right? Many decades. And so of course, Prabhupada is accepting us to the extent that we're accepting him. It's a reciprocal relationship. If we are actually disciple, then he's accepting us. But if we have a feeling of superiority, or the saying familiarity breeds contempt, or perhaps we're thinking that we know better, or that we're in a position to judge, or maybe we're just wanting something. So, we want something from the spiritual master. We want the spiritual master's attention. We want recognition. We want some words to say how wonderful we are. Or, what do you mean you haven't accepted me as your disciple? I'm so sincere. So we can be feeling like this. And so, of course, Prabhupada's non-response is a response. And so we should take every dealing that we have with Srila Prabhupada as very seriously, very seriously. Every word spoken or not spoken. And so anyway, the relationship between spiritual master and disciple is a reciprocal one. The disciple approaches and the spiritual master accepts. The disciple renders service, the spiritual master accepts the service. A spiritual master speaks, the disciple listens. So it's a reciprocal relationship. So anyway, so at this point in the relationship between Krishna and Arjuna, in the conversation on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna hasn't yet accepted Arjuna. So then, text 8, Arjuna says, so he's kind of continuing, he's still expressing his feelings and he's saying, I can find no means to drive away this grief, which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it, even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. And this unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven, this can also be translated to mean, even if I was to become a demigod and rule over Swaga or the heavenly planets. So it's like Arjuna is saying he's so stricken with grief that it's drying up his senses, which is indriyanam, senses. So this word indriyanam can also mean power or force, It's the faculty, the senses, the sense organs. So what Arjuna is describing is like he's dried up, right? His very energy, his life force, his and even his ability to enjoy life, everything, it's all dried up. It's like, he doesn't want to do what he's doing. He's feeling so distressed. He's like in a mood. His mind is depressed. As Arjuna put it to Krishna, my mind is reeling. I'm depressed. He's confused, and so like this condition of depression, we see people become depressed, and so even though they may have a very fit body and a capable mind and intelligence, when they become overcome with the mood of depression, then actually it's sort of like, they're kind of like they've lost their life force, they've lost their energy, they've lost the will to continue. And so this was Arjuna's situation, and he's saying he can't find any way to drive away this grief that's driving up his senses. And there's another interesting word here in the Sanskrit, asappatatnam, so which means without rival. And it's kind of interesting Sanskrit because patna means a wife, and sapatna is a co-wife. And so of course when there's co-wives, there's like rivalry and enmity trying to get the husband's attention, right? So Arjuna is saying, and when the Sanskrit letter a is put in front of a word, it means the opposite. So it means unrivaled. So an unrivaled position. Even if Arjuna, he's saying, even if I was to obtain an unrivaled position of sovereignty over this earth, that wouldn't make me feel any better. Right now I feel totally depressed. But even if I was to win a kingdom over this earth of unrivaled sovereignty, not having to share it with anyone, still it wouldn't make me feel any better. So this is kind of, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada makes some very interesting points in his purport on this particular verse. And so I'll just go through them one by one. So although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments based on knowledge of the principles of religion and moral codes, it appears that he was unable to solve his real problem without the help of the spiritual master, Lord Shri Krishna. So Arjuna was very learned. He'd put forward many quite convincing arguments. He'd been quoting and referring to the Dharma Shastras. He'd referred to the disciplic succession. So even though he was putting forward so much, still he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. So he needed the help of Krishna, the original spiritual master. He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which were drying up his whole existence. And it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of a spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc., are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can be given only by a spiritual master like Krishna. If economic development and material comforts could drive away one's lamentations for family, social, national, or international inebrities, then Arjuna would not have said that even an unrivaled kingdom on earth or sovereignty like that of the demigods and the heavenly planets would be unable to drive away his lamentation. So like, normally speaking, like if we were, there's so many poor people, right? So like in this earthly planet, the vast majority of people are very poor, especially like most people live in, in the third world. They're very economically depressed, and they're very distressed, right? They're experiencing great distress. Like for example, in India right now, I saw an image of a woman wearing a face mask, right, because of the virus. But it's like they have to work today to be able to eat today. They have to get income to buy what they're going to eat today. There is no savings. There is no ability to stockpile foods. And, even in Hawaii right now, there's like, I keep seeing different numbers, but at least 220,000 people have applied for unemployment. They've all lost their jobs. They've applied for unemployment. And then when there's when the food bank opens up and they have like this big sort of giveaway of food, there's like traffic jams for miles as all the poor people are lost their jobs, got no money, and they can't, and they're supposed to get unemployment, but they can't even get unemployment because the state can't even deal with it, right? They can't provide the unemployment income. So, it's just a big mess. So, and with this distress, of course, comes unhappiness. So, of course, a person in a materially disadvantaged situation is always thinking, oh, give me money and I'll become happy. Right? They actually, they become envious of others. People who have money, or wealthy, they become envious of them. And they want what that other person has. And they're thinking, well, why should he have that? I should have that, And they're feeling that if they can get wealth, then they'll become happy. But here Arjuna is saying, even if I was to win an entire kingdom, if I was to rule over the entire earth and have unrivaled sovereignty, I can do whatever I want. I can have whatever I want. I can have rooms full of treasure. I can have many beautiful women. I can have lots of chariots and horses, whatever. I can go hunting all the time. I can enjoy myself in whatever way I wish. I'll have these beautiful gardens and beautiful swimming pools and swimming holes and so on and so forth. Or I could, even if I could go to the heavenly planets, Swaga, the abode of Indra, and actually Arjuna previously had been to Swaga. Arjuna is the son of Indra, and so at a certain one time he had to sort of banish himself, and during this time he had gone to Indra Loka, where Lord Indra is. And so anyway, Arjuna was familiar with Swaga. So he's saying, even if I had complete domination of Swaga, unrivaled, or of this earth, so I would have everything, all the possible wealth imaginable, all the beautiful women, all the power, right, and all the respect. Of course, if you're the king or unrivaled sovereign, it's like people are like, they're like very in awe, offering respect, right? And you become very famous. Everybody knows who you are, right? Oh, you're the emperor. You're so important, So Arjuna is saying, even if I could have all of that, that would not satisfy me. It would not overcome this great feeling of depression and anxiety and hopelessness that he's basically feeling in his current conundrum. Even if we could have all of that. And so what to speak of the much lesser things that we aspire for? So like, as Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada says here, if economic development and material comforts could drive away one's lamentation for family, social, national, or international inebrities, then Arjuna would not have said that even an unrivaled kingdom on earth, or supremacy like that of the demigods and the heavenly planets, would be unable to drive away his lamentation. So we should take instruction here from what Arjuna is saying. We should, and of course what Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami is saying in his commentary, we should understand that material things are not going to satisfy me. They're just not going to cut it. Right? The reason is, I'm spiritual. I need spiritual food. Material food may satisfy the body to some extent, but actually I need spiritual food. By nature, I am naturally blissful. And so I'm always seeking that bliss, like as Prabhupada wrote in a little booklet, pleasure is the goal. Pleasure is the goal. So the question is, where can I find this pleasure? What will actually satisfy me? And as Lord Chaitanya says, Nitya Premya I've forgotten the Bengali, but anyway, it's uncovered. It's not something that we have to, it doesn't come from an external source. This love for Krishna is inherent within us. It's just a matter of uncovering it. So trying to find happiness within this material dimension, it's never going to be there. It's not going to satisfy us because we're spiritual in essence. So in relation to this verse, Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana makes some very interesting observations, as does Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So I was going to read them. So once again, Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana, he kind of gives the backstory, and he kind of like says really the meaning behind what Krishna is saying and what Arjuna is saying, and perhaps the unspoken dialogue. Or it's kind of like, when two people are talking and they're very familiar with each other, and they've got a common experience and they understand each other really well, they might speak what appears to be quite cryptically, and because there's a common understanding, so they don't need to spell out all the details. And then someone else listening to the conversation could kind of be like, well, what are those guys talking about? They can't follow it because there's not enough detail or information there to be able to understand. They don't have common knowledge on what the other people are talking about. So they just don't understand it. So what Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana and also Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur provide in their commentaries on Bhagavad-Gita is kind of this common knowledge, or the unspoken understandings between Krishna and Arjuna, but they present it as a way of like what Krishna is saying and then what Arjuna says. So anyway, Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana's commentary. You are knowledgeable of the scriptures. So this is Krishna speaking. It's like Arjuna is saying, please, in text 7, please accept me as your disciple, or I am your disciple, please instruct me. So then Krishna is like saying, well, you're knowledgeable of the scriptures. Carry out action after considering your own benefit in light of the scriptures. So it's like Krishna is more or less saying, hey, you're already, You're knowledgeable about the scriptures. Why do you need to get advice from me? You should just analyze things in light of the scripture and then make your decisions on what you should do. Why should you be a disciple of me? A friend. It's like, well, Arjuna, we're just friends. Why are you asking me to instruct you? Right? And then Arjuna says, I do not see what action will remove my lamentation. He defines that lamentation. It is drying up my senses. Therefore, to destroy this lamentation, I surrender to you. In a similar way, the Shruti shows the result of surrender. I am lamenting, may your Lordship deliver me from lamentation. This is quoting from Chandogya Upanishad 7.1.3. And Krishna says, now you surrender to me because you're afflicted with lamentation. You will be free of lamentation when you fight and gain an increase in happiness. It's like, once Arjuna starts fighting, he likes fighting. He's a warrior. He likes to fight. Right? And when he wins, he'll then get a prosperous kingdom. So he'll be happy from that. So you will be free of lamentation when you fight and gain an increase in happiness. Then Arjuna, if I am victorious, I will have an undisputed kingdom. And if I am killed, I will gain sovereignty over devas and swaga. But still, that will not drive away my lamentation. For it says in the Shruti, the world attained in this life through karma dissipates, and the world attained in the next life through punya also dissipates. So punya is good actions. So the happiness of this life and the next, attained through fighting, will not extinguish the lamentation. Since fighting will not take away my lamentation, please tell me how the fighting is beneficial. So in effect, as Srila Baladevi Vibhusana presents it, it's like going back and forth between Arjuna and Krishna. So Arjuna is kind of Krishna is kind of challenging Arjuna. Well, why do you want to accept me? I'm just a friend. You know the scriptures. You consider what you should do. But Arjuna, he's explaining, well, no matter what I do, if I fight and even if I gain sovereignty in heaven, over heaven, it won't drive away my lamentation. And he's saying, so again, quoting scripture, that the world attained in this life through karma dissipates. So in other words, of course it dissipates. Everything dissipates, right? So we engage in good actions, or we work hard, right? We study hard at school. Of course, this is all action, karma. Right? Karma has many different levels. Everything is not just because of our past activities in our past life. Of course, we are engaging in action right now, and that is creating our future. Right? So if we study hard, well, we get the benefit of passing the exams. We work hard in our job, we get noticed by our boss, right? We get promoted, we get to earn more money, right? So, and of course, but our previous life plays into it because we get the body with the good brain power, or the strong muscles, or we get the beautiful body we're born in a wealthy family. These things. So of course we have a healthy body. So this is our past life karma creating our current situation, and then, or our current birth, and then it's up to us how we deal with it. But of course also we can have good karma from past activities manifest throughout our life. But also at the same time, there's the actions we actually take. For each action we take now, we are creating a reaction. We'll get some benefit now and some benefit in the future, in future lives. So Arjuna is saying, well, actions through karma, they dissipate, right? So we might work hard, we might get some wealth, but then it can be lost. And so, there should be nothing more obvious than the truth of this statement, because if we consider during this coronavirus, the number of people who were previously quite wealthy and were doing very well have just, a business owner, they've just had to close their business, never to reopen it. Like here in Hawaii, I'm involved in a business, and we deal with different, like a Hawaii Employers Council, HEC, and we're getting some advice on them on something, and they're telling us, or telling our HR manager, human resources manager, that so many businesses, so many of their members have just closed for good. They can't survive. So then now that business owner who previously was quite well off, had a source of income, now it's like they've lost everything. They've lost their source of income. They've lost not only the income, but they've lost their sort of identity as being that business owner. Like their whole sort of world is like destroyed. So this is an example of karma dissipating, but not just on an individual level, on a complete societal level. So many people have been impacted by this, right? So this is kind of like a collective karma. We're all collectively going through this trauma together, and we're all understanding here what Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana is saying when he's quoting here again from the Chandogya Upanishad, that he says, in the world attained in this life through karma dissipates. So we're all experiencing that. And then he says, in the world attained in the next life through punya, or good activities, also dissipates. So in other words, we can, through our actions in this life, we can attain to the heavenly planets. So this earth is a middle planet. But we can, through our activities in this life, we can gain elevation to the heavenly planets. But even if we go to the heavenly planets, it's not permanent. We must return again, right? At a certain point, we will return again to these middle planets. Once our good karma, right? We have good karma in our bank account, right? We have like a karmic bank account. We got good credits, that's the punya, and we got the bad credits. And, so we go to the heavenly planets, and we enjoy there for a certain amount of time, very long period of time. It can be. Life there is described, Krishna describes in Bhagavad-Gita chapter 8, the time spans of life in the heavens, right? But at a certain point, it dissipates, and we again fall to this earth. So ultimately, Arjuna is asking Krishna, please tell me how fighting is beneficial. Krishna, you want me to fight? I'm in this situation. Please tell me how this is beneficial, because I'm just not getting it. That's kind of what Arjuna is saying. Okay, and then Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary, which is known as the Saratha Vashini Tika, he says, and again, so he's speaking, this is Krishna speaking, but you have a friendly relationship with me, not one of respect. Right? Therefore, how can I make you a student? You should thus surrender to someone like Veda Vyas, whom you greatly revere. So Veda Vyas. Veda Vyas is a very active player in this story of the Mahabharata. In fact, Veda Vyas is the Veda Vyas is the Veda Vyas is a very active player in this story of the Mahabharata. In fact, Veda Vyas is the 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 Veda Vyas is actual father of Maharaj Pandu. Sorry, not Maharaj Pandu. I forget, like there's the different Maharaj Sanjaya. Anyway, so I think he's like the great-grandfather. I'd have to look at a family hierarchical chart to give you the correct description, and perhaps I'll do that for the next class, or put it in Facebook. But anyway, so Vedavyasa is actually the blood ancestor of Arjuna. And of course, Vyasadeva, like awesome, absolutely awesome scholar, right? Vyasa means the divider or the editor or the compiler of the Vedic literatures. He and his disciples compiled it all. He arranged all of it. And, so he's greatly revered by Arjuna and his brothers. And so Krishna is suggesting, well, why don't you accept him as your spiritual master? You greatly revere him. You should take advice from him. Why me? I'm just your friend. So Arjuna answers with this verse. I do not see even one person at all in all the three worlds except you who can remove my sorrow. I do not know anyone more intelligent than you, even Brihaspati. So Brihaspati is the spiritual master of the demigods, Indra's spiritual master. Therefore, to whom else should one who is full of sorrow surrender? Owing to the sorrow, my senses have dried up completely, just as an intense summer heat dries up completely a small pond. So then Krishna responds, now you are full of grief, but if you fight by conquering the enemy, you will attain a kingdom. Absorbing yourself in the enjoyment of that kingdom, your grief will disappear. Right, Arjuna, like you're full of lamentation, but if you fight and you get a kingdom, maybe right now you're thinking that won't make you happy or satisfy you, but if you actually get it, well then your grief will just disappear. You'll become absorbed in the enjoyment of that kingdom. Then Arjuna says, even if I attain a kingdom over the whole earth, or sovereignty and swaga, controlling all the devatas, my senses will remain dried up. So I'll stop there. Actually, I always find it hard to stop. I always find it quite difficult to understand how it can take me so long to go through rather simple verses in Bhagavad-Gita. So we've studied now text 7 and text 8 of chapter 2. Next week we'll study text 9. Maybe that won't take a whole class. But text 9 is very nice because it actually has 4 names in the verse. Hrishikesha, Govinda, so 2 names for Krishna, and Paramtapa, and Gurukesha for Arjuna. And each of these names has a special meaning and is very applicable in the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. So next week we'll discuss these 4 names of Arjuna and Krishna in text 9. And again, there's some commentary by Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana, and so we can gain some wonderful knowledge about Bhagavad-Gita from our Parama Guru, Srila Baladeva Vijayabhusana. And so anyway, so thank you very much for watching this, chanting with us and attending my Bhagavad-Gita class. And tomorrow night, I'm doing another program on Yoga Kirtan Hawaii. It's just kirtan and yoga wisdom talk on soul journey. So I'm actually going to be speaking about these words, soul and journey, and talking about that. And then on Friday night, I have another Bhagavad-Gita class in Healing Chant 108 on Facebook Live. And there I'll be speaking about the conclusion of Bhagavad-Gita, texts 1863 through 1866. So anyway, please join us if you would like to. Thank you very much. Hari Bol. Krishna. Haribo.
Haribo.
Haribo. Thank you all very much. Haribo. Namaste.
Haribo. Namaste.